Hello everyone, Cappuccino here, and in this video, we will be going over various tips, tricks, and possible bugs regarding the tide turning, but also frustrating Earthshatter ultimate ability. I'm going to start off with more commonly known tips and gradually move on to more niche and less known ones. Shatter takes 0.6 seconds to wind up and then land, but depending on your elevation, it may take longer, so you want to stay as grounded as possible when you plan to execute your shatter. That being said, if you're elevated by a graviton, you can still land your Earthshatter and immediately rise up again afterwards. The travel time is a lot slower than you may imagine, so beware of enemies easily being able to react to the wind up and also the travel time. This also makes it possible for two Reinhardts to shatter each other at the same time. You will not generate ultimate charge until after the 2.5 second stun duration, however that should not dissuade you from dealing damage. Most of the time, charge will land damage after this duration. This is highly situational, but in general, you want to Earthshatter, crouch Fire Strike, and then get a few swings on the enemies. Whether or not to charge depends on other factors, which I will not go over in this video. You probably noticed, but I didn't just Fire Strike, as the angle would miss enemies right in front of you. Instead, I crouched and then Fire Striked for a more optimal straight angle that can hit all enemies regardless of distance. I also discovered that a Shatter Fire Strike combo combined with a charge can one-hit all 200 HP heroes from the charge bump. This will allow you to prioritize charging tanks instead. Zarya's bubble will block Earthshatter for her allies behind her, but an Orissa's Fortify ability will not. Shatter will travel up or down relatively smooth inclines or declines. If it's a sharp edge, it can travel as high as 2 meters. But as you can see here, the effect can go higher if the top edge is short enough that it is classified as a step instead of a cliff. Only Genji with his double jump can elevate over an Earthshatter. That being said, a Reinhardt with his shield up while jumping will still be able to block an Earthshatter. I simulated the gap under a jumping shield here, and it looks like while damage can still go through, an Earthshatter stun will not. There is a window of animation between Fire Strike for an opposing Reinhardt to Earthshatter. A swing and shield flash will allow you to block a shatter, so long as you don't actually deal swing damage. Once you actually deal swing damage, the time window is long enough for you to also get shattered. Reinhardt's character model must be behind the enemy's shield in order to successfully shatter behind it. In certain situations, you may be able to get the enemies behind the shield, but will not get the enemy Rein. That is the case unless you use the Jump-Shatter Technique, in which you jump forward and then Earthshatter right on top of the Reinhardt's head, which will result in shattering him in addition to everyone behind him. Interactions behind payloads and blocking on top of payloads can sometimes behave as expected, but other times, it is not as consistent. As you can see on the later clips, Earthshatter is somehow able to bypass the shield and allow for the Reinhardt to get shattered on top of the payload. We have tested this multiple times and are still not able to come up with a reason that would speak to this inconsistency. The only payload that has behaved consistently has been the Junkertown payload. Because of this, I recommend that you do not play on top of the payload when you know the enemy Reinhardt has Earthshatter. Hopefully you've learned a thing or two you didn't before from watching this video. If you also have a great tip that you didn't see, feel free to comment below. Lastly, special thanks to Speakeasy and Snow Owlet for their help on this video.